Hi Scouts, Mr. Bryant here. Come on in. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. Take a look around and see if something catches your interest while you wait. Oh, what do we got here? Let me put this camera down so we can take a better look. We've got a screwdriver and some pliers. I think we can tighten this nut up right here. So the easy way to remember if you're going to tighten the nut is to look at the top of the nut, and if you turn this to the right, it's going to tighten. If you turn the top of this nut to the left, it's going to loosen. So right now I've got a little washer here. It's a lock washer that I want to keep from spinning. I don't want it to spin anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these pliers, right, and I'm going to just tighten this up. And I'm going to keep tightening it until we can get that washer to stop moving. Still got a little bit more to go. There you go. It is tight. That washer is not even moving now. Okay, Scouts. Everyone remember what it means when I tap my head? That's right. Huddle up. Gather around. I have an announcement. Everyone remember what these two fingers mean? Scout oath and Scout law. So let's say the Scout oath together. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Good. Now the Scout law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Good. Let's talk about the craft that we're going to make today. So today we're going to make a bat box. And it looks something like this. Hopefully it comes up in the picture. But before we do, let's have some book time. So for today, the first thing that I want to talk about is you might be hearing a lot about germs out there. That's the reason why schools closed, and you might hear too that the best thing to do is to wash your hands a lot. But really, there's one more thing that's more important than washing your hands. Anybody know what that is? Just guessing? Maybe some parents know if they're watching. Scouts, so the one thing that's more important than washing your hands is actually listening to your parents. Your parents will take care of you and keep you safe from anything that's harmful out there. And you might not understand why your parents are making certain decisions, and that's okay. But just ask them, hey, why is it that I can't play with my friends down the street? They'll tell you why. And you just have to trust them that they will keep you safe. If there are any questions, turn right to your parents and ask them. They'll be more than happy to give you good guidance. Next, I want to talk about the trash in your house. Everyone has a trash can. I have a trash can. Whenever I have some rubbish or something to throw away, it goes right in the trash can. Score. But, when you throw something away, what is away? Where does away go? Is there a town called away? Is there a city away? Do we just send our trash to somebody else's backyard? And it doesn't really happen like that. There is no away. So what we do as a community is, you've seen the garbage men come over, they pick up your trash, and they take it away. Again, it just goes away. But where is away? So what we have in our community are landfills. So we have these giant holes in the ground, and we put all of our trash in there. We pile them all up to this big mound of dirt. All right, I don't know about you, but I'm excited for this bat box. Let's get started. So talk to your parents about where's a good spot to do this. The tools that you'll need for this are a hammer. I just have a little hammer, but it's going to work. And for me, I'm going to do it on the floor on this cardboard here. I have a piece of cardboard right on the floor to keep it from getting scuffed up. Maybe it's easier for you to do it outside. All right, let's see what we got. Let's open this up. All right, got a pack of nails. Got a roof. Got some supports with some numbers on there and some letters. We'll see what that is in just a little bit. We'll put that one aside. And we'll put the rest of this wood aside also. Alright. So what we're going to do first is we're going to find the number 1 on the wood. And we're going to put it on our right side. Just like that. And then I'm going to find the number 2 on the other piece of wood and put it on the other side, just like that. Alright. Now the distance doesn't matter because it'll all work out. Now here's how this is going to work. You're going to have to match up the 1s to the 1s and the 2s for the 2s. On this first piece, right here, this fabric, underneath there's the 1 for that. So I'm going to take that 1 and I'm going to take this 2 and I'm going to match them up. I'm going to turn it upside down so the 1s are touching each other and the 2s are touching each other. I'm going to put it right like that. So the holes are going to line up too. Alright, once I think I got it spaced out, I can grab my pack of nails and I can put a nail in each of them. Let me turn this sideways a little bit. Maybe if I back up a little bit too, you can see the whole thing. There we go. So I'll put a nail in there and I'll put a couple nails in here. And I'll just hammer them in. You guys get the idea. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my pack of wood here and find the numbers 3 and 4. Here it is. 3 and 4. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have those 2 numbers touch. Just like that. Put it right like that. And go ahead and hammer those nails in. And then I'm going to go to 5 and 6. Let's see here. Here we go. 5 and 6. Turn that upside down and have the numbers touch. Go ahead and nail them in. And the last 7 and 8. There's my 7. And a little hard to read, but my 8's right there. So I'm going to flip this over so that the numbers touch. Nail them in. Now, with the bat box turned over, it should look like this. You'll see A, B, C, D, E, and F. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for the letters on the wood. Here's A and B. So I'm going to make the A's touch. And so I'm going to flip this piece over. I'm going to line it up. Right like that. And I'm going to nail it in. Once I've got those in, I'm going to look for C. So I've got C and D here. I'm going to make them touch. But before I nail it in, we want to give the bat box and the bats that are inside some air. So we want to put a little ventilation in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this other piece of wood to put a spacer in there, just like that. And then I'm going to nail these in. Just like that. When you nail them all in, you can pull the wood out. And that'll provide enough ventilation for the bats inside. Next I'm going to go to E and F. I'm going to make those touch. And I'm going to nail them in. Once you get them all nailed in, then all we have left is the roof. This one says roof on it. So I want the writing on the inside, so I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to put it just like that. And I got 2 more nails to put in there. 1, 2. Nail those in, and your bat box is done. So some tips that I found when I was making this bat box. If you end up splitting the wood when you're driving that nail in, it's okay. It's all part of the fun. You can either pull out some white glue and glue up that crack, or you can try to re-drill or re-hammer that nail back in right next to it, right next to that hole where it's split. Or if the nail head breaks off, you can always grab another nail. I put a couple extra in there, you can nail another nail right next to it. Now, hanging the bat box, now that it's done. Some people may not have the room or the tree in their backyard to put a bat box up. It is kind of a little bit big. If you want to donate it, we can see if Waste Management is interested in our bat boxes for them to hang up around their landfill. Or maybe there's a trail or some woods in your area that you can hang the bat box at. When you're hanging a bat box, we want to hide it kind of so it's out of sight. A bat box is not really as rewarding as what a birdhouse would be, where we see birds fly in and out of the birdhouse. Bats are mostly nocturnal, so we're not really going to see them going in or out of the bat box. If there's any questions, ask your parents. They'll have some good guidance for you. I have one more game for us to play. Somewhere in this video is a pickle hidden. Can you find it? Good luck. And thanks for watching. Until next time, this is Scouting with Mr. Brian.